gonna ask if he thinks that like if a girl slept with you on the first night, would you automatically think like, does she normally do that? Is she a hoe? That type of thing?
I certainly think that some men will view it that way, but me personally, I don't necessarily think that the quickness with which a woman will hook up with you on an individual level is necessarily an indicator of past promiscuity or current promiscuity.
Why?
Not sometimes it's just like, random.
She just either wants you. It could be that she wants you. She wants you that bad.
How do you know it's not just a cope?
What do you mean?
A cope
for
like,
on the guy's end?
Yeah, for like ego purposes, like, oh yeah, I was just such a Chad, she had to.
It could be.
Instead of like, well, she was like basically naked on her Tinder or whatever it was.
Well, I mean, for example, there might be girls, and I've definitely heard from girls on this who they're virgins and they don't want to wait for like the perfect in love moment. They just kind of almost in the same way that some guys will view their virginity is like, yeah, I kind of want just want to lose it. So some girls will just, sleep with the guy really quick, even though they're a virgin.
You don't think it reflects on the committal level at all?
What do you mean?
Like if you just met a girl, meaning there's no prior friendship,
mm-hmm.
you haven't really seen her around, you just go on the date, you met on a dating app, whatever, and she just like sleeps, so you don't think that she did that with other guys?
Well, I mean, it could be to some degree an indicator. I think there's stronger indicators of potential promiscuity because I don't think it necessarily, if a girl sleeps with someone quickly, that it necessarily means that they sleep with a lot of people. For example, someone who's a serial monogamist, they could have long-term relationships and not really be into like going out, partying, clubbing, going on, having one-night stands. But they don't have any qualms with hooking up quickly. But they also aren't just like racking up numbers. What's that?
But wouldn't that be promiscuous?
What do you mean?
Like to do that?
Well, I'm not sure if serial monogamy is
no, not serial monogamy. I mean like on the first night, and they're doing that a lot.
Well,
that's like a repeated pattern of behavior.
I don't think that. I don't think you are necessarily promiscuous if you sleep with someone quickly. I think
Then
promiscuity has more to do with the amount of partners that you're sleeping with.
But when somebody who does that on the first night have a lot of bodies, though?
They're more likely to, yes, but it's not. I don't think it's a given.
It's not a given, but there's a pretty high likelihood.
I don't know.
Maybe that just meant that the wine was good. I mean,
I slept with him. I mean, not necessarily quickly.
But you guys were friends prior,
and,
so there's that context.
We didn't have sex, and month or 2 months in, I had sex with him, which I don't think that'd be too quickly for like hookup culture now. But I did that, and I don't have a high body count, but I don't do that often. And
but
like
the context is different for yours.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because also like I used to party a lot in high school, and I didn't have sex with anyone.
Because it's just like the logic, it comes across to me like if a woman has sex with all these other guys on the first night, they're a hoe, but if they do it with me, they're not a hoe. That's how it kind of comes across.
I understand like what you mean by that. And just like,
because if I were a guy or a girl looking for a long-term relationship and somebody did that on the first night, especially if I were a guy and it's a girl, like that would be the first thought. Like, what is their pattern behavior?
But
what if somebody who wants commitment do that?
Like a guy would turn down pussy. Like, come on.
Okay, well, what if it's natural? What if you're just both feeling each other, you're really clicking, and it is romantic?
Yeah.
Like, is that okay? Like, it feels
very
right
romantic
in the moment.
Well, I would put it like this. Even for me, if it felt right and amazing, that wouldn't happen for me, even if it was the perfect night and I'm just meeting this person. So, and I'm clearly not the only person in the world that exists like that, right? So